Sicker than I am. Do I look sick to you? I'm working hard here.
She's the queen of country, the woman with the big voice, the big hair, and an even bigger heart. But behind the glitter, rhinestones, and warm smile, lies one of the most quietly powerful songwriters in American music history. Everyone knows Dolly Parton for Jolene and I Will Always Love You. But what if I told you some of your favorite songs, sung by other artists, were actually written by Dolly herself? Tonight, we step behind the stage lights to uncover 6 incredible songs you never knew were penned by Dolly Parton. These are the hidden chapters in her songwriting legacy. The songs that shaped country, pop, and even rock music, without her name always on the marquee. Welcome to Backstage Tales, where we uncover the stories behind the songs, the legends, and the secrets of Hollywood and Nashville's brightest stars. Number 1. Put It Off Until Tomorrow.
Put it off until tomorrow.
Our first hidden gem dates all the way back to 1966. A song called Put It Off Until Tomorrow. Before Dolly was a household name, she was a young dreamer from the Smoky Mountains, writing songs for other people just to make ends meet. This song, co-written with her uncle Bill Owens, became a top 10 country hit for Bill Phillips. Most fans didn't even realize that the sweet, angelic harmony on the record was actually Dolly herself, singing background vocals before her solo career took off. It's a song about heartbreak and hesitation, and it opened the door for Dolly's career as one of Nashville's most sought-after songwriters. As Dolly once said, "Songwriting was my ticket out. It was the way I told my story, even when nobody was listening yet." This was the beginning of a legend learning how to turn pain into poetry. Number 2. Fuel to the Flame.
The fire of love inside me.
Just a year later, Dolly struck gold again, but this time for another rising star. In 1967, a young country singer named Skeeter Davis released Fuel to the Flame. The song climbed the charts, and few people knew the writer behind the lyrics was Dolly Parton. Dolly wrote it with her uncle, the same man who helped her find her way into Music Row. The track's theme, "Burning Love That Refuses to Fade," was a classic Dolly motif, raw emotion disguised in simple words. Critics at the time said the song had an old soul's wisdom. Which makes sense, because even in her early 20s, Dolly was writing like she'd already lived 100 lifetimes. She later said, "I didn't write for fame. I wrote to survive. That survival instinct, it burned bright. Like the very flame she wrote about." Number 3. Kentucky Gambler.
Kentucky mine, a 20-acre farm, shacky house and barn.
By the mid-1970s, Dolly had already broken into superstardom. But her songwriting still found new voices to carry her words. In 1974, Merle Haggard, the outlaw poet of country music, recorded a song called Kentucky Gambler. It was a number 1 hit for Haggard. But few fans realized it came straight from Dolly's pen. It's a tale of a man who leaves behind the woman he loves to chase luck in Las Vegas, only to lose everything. That blend of heartbreak and human weakness. Classic Dolly. She wrote it in just one sitting, after hearing stories of miners in her hometown who risked everything for a better life. Merle Haggard later said in an interview, "Dolly's songs hit you right where it hurts, 'cause she writes what she's lived." That was Dolly's genius. Her songs worked no matter who sang them, because they always came from truth. Number 4. Nickels and Dimes.
Spending my time, spending my rhymes, and singing for nickels and dimes.
Next up, a song that tells us about heartbreak and hope rolled into one. Nickels and Dimes. Most people associate it with Buck Owens, who recorded it in 1978. But the song, about a woman struggling to get by, counting her nickels and dimes while holding on to dignity, was written by Dolly years before. When Buck Owens released it, fans thought it fit perfectly with his honky-tonk charm. But that quiet resilience in the lyrics, that was all Dolly. She once said, "I write for the people who feel small but dream big." And Nickels and Dimes was one of those little songs that carried the strength of the working class. The very people Dolly came from. Number 5. There'll always be music.
Children sing the noted nursery rhyme.
Our 5th hidden treasure takes us to 1974 again. A song titled, There'll Always Be Music. This time, Dolly recorded it with her husband, Carl Dean, in mind. But she first offered it to Porter Wagoner for their duet album. Though Porter and Dolly had a famously complicated relationship, this song showed the deep respect and creative bond they shared. It's about the timeless nature of music. That no matter what happens in love, in fame, or in life, there'll always be a song to carry us through. What makes this song special is that it never became a massive radio hit. Yet musicians call it one of her most heartfelt compositions. It was her way of saying goodbye to Porter, while reminding herself, the music never ends, it only changes who's listening. Number 6. To Daddy.
Mother and a wife. If she did, she never did say so to Daddy.
Our final song, perhaps the most surprising one, is To Daddy. This one was written by Dolly in the 1970s, but became a major hit when Emmylou Harris recorded it in 1978. It tells the story of a woman who leaves her husband after years of silent suffering. A story told through the eyes of their daughter. Dolly recorded her own version years later. But when Emmylou released it, the song took on a whole new life. Emmylou said, "When I first heard To Daddy, I cried. It was like hearing every woman's story. And that's what makes Dolly so powerful. She gives voice to the voiceless. Through To Daddy, she didn't just write a song. She wrote a mirror for millions of women who had been taught to stay quiet. From Put It Off Until Tomorrow to Daddy. These 6 songs prove something incredible. Dolly Parton isn't just a country superstar. She's a storyteller for all generations. She's written over 3,000 songs, many of which you'll never hear on the radio. But each one holds a piece of her heart, and the story of a woman who never forgot where she came from. Even when her name isn't on the cover, her words live on in every chord, every tear, every memory. Because as Dolly once said, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. And she's given us plenty of both. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden gems, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories from behind the stage lights. This has been Backstage Tales, where the legends live, and the music never dies.